Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Oh, we have chatters. What happened to Miss Manderbot? Oh shit, what did happen? Why is it Stream Elements now? Huh. Also, was the audio not playing that whole time? Because that's fun. Yeah, Miss Manderbot is not in the chat. What? Fucking hell, you're serious. I'm so... Okay, OBS is honestly getting on my nerves. I'm not going back to Streamlabs, obviously. But I can't... God. Well, there you go. Now you get the game audio. Sorry. F for Miss Manderbot, yeah. What happened with OBS? It was playing music when I hit start stream. I went down to make my pot of tea, use the bathroom quick, and I came back and apparently the sound was not playing the whole time, even though I saw it moving on the desktop thing. So, I have no game audio or game visuals. Wait, you can't hear anything right now? Maybe I have to turn it up here? Just you. No, the music's been playing. Was it not playing last time? What in I'm so done. I'm so done. Are you fucking kidding me? My God. It was there last time? Why is it not here now then? What the fuck? Please, please, OBS, stop. I'm already dead. Just leave me alone. Leave Mander alone. She didn't do anything wrong. I'll come over sometime and help try to fix it. That would be great, Azure. I'd really appreciate that. Because Christ on a cracker, it's getting fucky. Okay. Cool. Azure, would you mind making a post, darling? Dearingest, darlingest mod. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Why did I just get a rich spin? The dick. Well, if you ask so nicely, I did! Okay, cool. Sorry. Yes, you can come by to pick up the TV tomorrow. Just getting all the last little fun bits set up. Let's see how much the camera is fucked today. Okay, now the camera's the exact same as last time. All my color looks washed out. Let's fix that. That would be saturation. Oh. No, that's too strong. Touch it up a little bit though. Yeah, that's a little truer to how the colors actually look. Actually look. I still have the stream starting screen. Yes, no, I always fix the camera. So Logitech right now is buried beneath all of the other layers. So technically the camera is on, but it's not visible to you guys. So this lets me like check the positioning and everything on the starting screen. Also I can see like, does my makeup look okay? Is this position good? Gain. I see literally no difference. Nope, that's just more washout. We don't need that. Oh wait, that was contrast. Ooh. Dear God. I think that right in the middle was fine. That's sharpness. Live editing, folks! That's awful. I hate that. Well, what? Why can't I change the gamma? Why can't I change gamma? I've live changing settings in the background. Yes, but you just hear me talking like a mad woman. Oh. Maybe the white balance was off. I was just too white. So the default is 4,000. Yeah, that would make me look washed out. Okay, let's try this. Oh, hello, Head Girl Haley. What is that emote? Is that Christ on a bike? Okay, it still looks fucky now, though. It's Clavier. What? Where'd you get a Clavier? Okay, let's switch over. I can't, like, this looks okay to me, but my screen's all fucked up. 26,000K. Yeah, okay. That's what I figured. Why was it set at 4,000? Like, that seems excessive. No? Cool, thanks. Thanks, Phoenix. I'm doing my best. Wait, no, the lower you go, the cooler it gets, Ash. Unless this white balance, this is 4,000. This is 4,000. So white balance might be in different terms in OBS's mind. There's no reset, unfortunately. I need to angle it slightly up. So I'm actually in the frame. Apply. Love that for OBS. OBS? Or like OB sucks. White balance compensation? Probably, I don't fucking know. Okay, this looks okay to me, but let's go ahead and switch over. Oh, fuck me. Let's go ahead and switch over to... Why is that window not showing up? Because it's hidden behind everything. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Rum-bum-bum. Oh, Azure, don't forget the Manderfander tag. I'll be back. I'll die if I don't do fucking anything today. Okay, got it. Well, now I have everything on hand, I think. Unless I just lost that window. Whoo, boy. Mander loses her mind in 4K. What? I would never forget. There's no edit history. Okay, let's switch over to Great Ace Attorney. Hello, everyone. Mi madre. I'm assuming Azure and Haley are back? I don't know. Duo Mobile. Fun! I hate it. I hate needing to jump through the most unnecessary hoops. What do you want? It's the fucking UW-Madison login thing. And they use Duo Mobile, which refuses to remember you on your device because it can't. I don't know why. But this shit just sucks. No and no. Said something about me, though. Did I say something about you, Asher? Memory of a concussed goldfish. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-dum, bum, bum. You and Haley back. Oh, yeah. I think you guys are back. Oh, well, cool. Oh my god, the only test available tomorrow is at 10:25 in the morning. I mean, I guess. COVID testing is fun to schedule. So hi everybody, we're back. We're going to be starting Case 2's trial portion today. And I also just wanted to show off, because I'm attempting to clean my apartment. bit by bit, even though it absolutely doesn't look like it. I'm trying. But part of that is like putting things away from Christmas and the holidays. And I just have to show you this mug that my grandparents got me. Look how adorable this is. So it's a hand-painted mug. I don't know if you can see, but so it's a hand-painted mug. So it's a handmade mug. So it's all of this is hand-painted and like sculpted and put onto the mug. And then the handle is also a froggy. Like, how cool is that? It has an anti-skid base too. Oh, I forgot the lid downstairs. It'll be fine. But anti-skid base, and it's made this way so that you lose less heat. You gotta see with a larger camera. Fuck you, right? Let's try that again. Look at the froggy mug. Look at my frog mug. Look at how cute this is. Not ready to leave Christmas. Hey, my Christmas tree is still up, Phoenix. Let me be clear, the tree is staying up. If I pay $50 for that shit, it's staying up for a while. But so it's this hand-painted mug, and it's got this weird shape because that keeps the liquid warm for longer, which is cool. The problem is, it's almost the size of my teapot. The transition also cuts the volume. It shouldn't. Why the fuck is it doing that? OBS, what the hell is wrong with you? My god. Yeah, we can do this without making a mess. Impossible. Dun dun. Transitions the volume. Yeah, but Streamlabs didn't do that shit. Just saying. So this is going to be almost an entire pot of tea in this mug. Yeah, that's pretty close to a full thing. Cool. Didn't have a fancy transition on Streamlabs. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was this exact same settings. This is all the imported shit. Now I have my little mug, and it's so cute. I've got some really good vanilla chai in here. It's one I made yesterday. I just liked it so much I had to do it again. I thought you had a crossfade on Streamlabs. Did it not between them? Yeah, look at it. Yeah, it's there. Man, I don't fucking know. Let's start this case. Specifically remember changing it to a... Oh, maybe. You might be right. Okay, so we're starting. We literally ended right as we were heading into the courtroom. All right, so February 22nd, 9:40 a.m. We're starting the trial a little early, or late rather. We usually start at 9 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Yep, it's Vampire Bitch. He's back. Santa, it's not your season anymore. Okay, you can hear the music now, though, right? You can hear the music. We heard it throughout your whole starting chat. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because now I have to check every time I change a scene, I guess. Turned up on Instagram and we're ready to go. Don't talk shit about... No, I'm not talking shit. January's supposed to be like his entire month off after all the hard work he just put in. But whatever. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready, my lord. Readiness for the trial, my learned Nipponese friend. Not what the defense needs. That's a weird sentence. What you need is readiness for your inevitable defeat. It's like a mix of Manfred and Franziska. Like, very much the cockiness and the like, I'll destroy shit, but also the like, I am the best. Nobody dares test me. Where he's like, I'm just not gonna acknowledge you anymore. Fuck you. I'm so sick of you. So Colin is that? Yep. Nothing's changed. He has had 0 character growth, and I kind of love it. I kind of love that they're just giving us a prosecutor with no change. I kind of love it. Like, if there is one constant in our life, it's unfortunate that the constant is he's an asshole, racist white man, white vampire man, but it's nice that there's this constant and Ryu just is like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm above it. I am not going to engage with you. It's not just in my imagination. It's really there. Lord Van Zykes has such an animosity towards us Japanese for some reason. Oh no, he's got the crazy eyes. Oh shit.
It was some time ago now that he first became known as the Reaper of the Bailey, I believe.
Was it like 5 years ago? Yeah.
These past few years, he hasn't appeared in court at all.
Yet now he's back in the courtroom, though for some reason, only when I'm defending. This Reaper, with his curious disdain for us Japanese, is a prosecutor shrouded in mystery. No, come on, I just got over saying how I was like super happy to have a prosecutor that's just constant asshole. Don't try and redeem him somehow. There's nothing you could do to redeem him. Still, this isn't the time to be pondering that. I have to concentrate on Sosuke-san's trial. Furthermore, I now call upon the 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury. You have been chosen at random. No, you haven't. I don't believe that for a second. We needed the character sprites. Are you ready to fulfill your duty? Absolutely. I had a feeling this larrikin wasn't innocent before.
I must say that I feel especially ruthless on days when my head refuses to sit right.
Man, that is a Pringle on your head. That is a Pringle tied on with a ribbon. This bitch! Haley! Where's Haley? This is the bitch that he looked like. Hang on. Court record. Shut the fuck up. Hang on. Oh, we don't have it. This is who the guy in the photograph looks like. He looks like this fat. Oh, he's a simp. Oh, well, I rather like how you're wearing your hat. I think the ruthless look is very fetching, actually. Oh, hello, ma'am. I need to be somewhere at 10 o'clock. I have a very important meeting. Let's make this quick. I couldn't agree more. I need to take a 5-bob tonight when the missus will go through the roof. Oh, may the Lord show us all the light here and lead his flock to a righteous verdict. Okay, so the fisherman is now a religious man. That's some character growth since the last game.
British jury system is so very different to our own, isn't it? It's quite extraordinary.
Oh no! How did that happen, little frog? Somehow some of the paint has already flecked off. That's annoying. Well, I just have to be careful with it now.
And the judge can only... Fuck, I forgot what the last thing I said was. It's quite extraordinary to think that the power of judgment is in the hands of 6 members of the public, and that the judge can only pass sentence when all jurors are in agreement about the defendant's guilt.
6 citizens of London chosen at random. Or at least, that's the idea. The prosecution would draw attention to the fact that the accused was on trial here but 2 days ago. God, he just looks like a robot when he moves. Accordingly, where possible, the same jurors have been asked to return for duty today. That is literally not at random. Why would you pick the same jury that has already considered this man? If anything, you should be doing everything in your power to make sure it's a completely random jury with no repeats. Because every single one of those jurors now has a conflict of interest to like the nth degree. You almost could not have more of a conflict of interest than I have already passed a verdict on this man for a separate incident. Van Zykes, I thought you were supposed to be like some prodigy genius dude. You're just fucking stupid. But you get away with it, I guess, because fuck this court system. Alright, and judge doesn't care. Okay.
Very well, let us commence the trial. Lord Van Sykes, your opening statement, please.
I kicked a puppy today. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is not the intent of the prosecution to cast doubt over your past decision. However, the innocent verdict afforded to this eccentric Nepalese before has had dire consequences. Did the accused repent for his wrongdoing in that affair? Far from it. Instead, he used his freedom to perpetrate a most blood-curdling crime. Who would do that? Who's like, literally the day I get out of a murder sentence, or like well, again, it wasn't murder, but attempted murder. Within hours of getting out from under attempted murder charge, I'm gonna go attempt murder again. That's just ridiculous. Namely, that of the attempted murder of his neighbouring lodger, an innocent Englishman. Well, in ye old England, we don't have enough citizens to get more juries. Pip cheerio, the plague, whatnot. You're right. All of London. Well, no, this is 30 years before the 1918 pandemic, so everyone should be relatively healthy. No. To explain the circumstances of the crime, the prosecution calls its first witnesses to the stand. Oh, cape's already off. All right. The detective responsible for investigating the scene and the accused himself. Why does he look like he belongs in the American Revolution? You are wearing the wrong color, sir. Prosecutors wear red, everyone knows that. Witnesses, your names and occupations, please. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard's Homicide Division. It wasn't homicide, so you really should... Okay, whatever.
Sosuke Natsume from the Empire of Japan. My government ordered me to come here as a student to study your language and culture.
Mr. Natsume?
Yes, my lord, sir.
I'm quite sure I'm not mistaken. That you swore an oath never to set foot in my courtroom again. I remember it as if it were yesterday. Oh ho ho, I have such a sense of humor.
The day before, in fact, my lord, but close enough.
Believe me, this is the last place I want to be.
Inspector, let's hear from you first. Explain the case for the court. Right you are, sir. Yeah, right? You just got out of jail. What? No rational person. And I don't love Sosuke-san, but he's rational. Like, he is an academic. He knows better than to do this. How old is he? Yeah, he's 33. He's a Japanese scholar. The incident occurred at the Garadev household where the defendant has lodgings. In the ground floor room of the victim, Mr. William Shamspeare. The defendant is already admitted to visiting the victim on the night in question. Mr. Shamspeare collapsed in his room as a result of poisoning by... Oh, it's not ultraquinine or whatever it is in the Apollo Justice game. Strychnine? It feels like there's a vowel missing there. Internet, can you help me out, please? Oh no, it's a real thing. Okay. Can I get like a pronunciation? Highly toxic, colorless, bitter crystalline alkaloid used as a pesticide for killing small vertebrates such as birds and rodents. Okay, here's what we were talking. Okay. Strychnine, when inhaled, swallowed, or absorbed through the eyes or mouth. Interesting. causes poisoning which results in muscular convulsions and eventually death through asphyxia. While it is no longer used medicinally, it was used historically in small doses to strengthen muscle contractions, such as a heart and bowel stimulant and performance-enhancing drug. Okay. Can you please tell me how to pronounce this? Please. What do you mean, why? It's used as a muscle, or it was used as a muscle stimulant. Can I get the mechanism, please? Mechanism? No, not toxicity. It's a neurotoxin as an antagonist of glycine and acetylcholine receptors. Okay. Affects the motor nerve fibers in the spinal cord, which control muscle contraction. So basically, it interferes with all of the signals that your brain is sending down your spine to your muscles to, like, Mander, open your hand right now. So it interferes with that, so that it becomes irregular and you don't have control over it, which in a small dose could help with, like, if your heart is beating arrhythmically or something, you could, in theory, take some of this to kind of, like, system wipe, restart it. Or, again, with the bowels, to just, like, lose control of it so you're able to pass whatever. Is my imagining. Action potentials are triggered with lower levels of excitatory neurotransmitters. When the signals are prevented, the motor neurons are more easily activated. Okay, got it. That makes sense. See, you learned something today. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't get a pronunciation though. How to pronounce strychnine? Sorry, now I'm going down like a rabbit hole of reading recent publications on it.
Strychnine.
Strychnine? Really? Strychnine. That's what we're going with, huh?
Strychnine.
Wait.
Strychnine.
Okay, so in the UK it's strychnine, and in the US it's strychnine. Well, when in London, Mr. Shamspeare collapsed in his room as a result of Nope! Mr. Shamspeare collected in his room as a result of poisoning by strychnine. He was found the following morning when the landlord, suspecting something was wrong, broke down the door. I forgot who was talking for a minute.
This means, I presume, that the door to the victim's room was locked at the time of the incident.
Then how the fuck did Sosuke get out of there? Correct, my lord. It was locked from the inside, making entry to or exit from the room impossible. This is like our third closed-door mystery at this point. Although the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, lives to tell tale, barely nearly didn't. Man was halfway to heaven when we first found him. That dude was definitely going to hell. I was the first officer on the scene, my lord. And I have a photographic print here that I took at the time to show how it looked. Didn't we get there before he did? Yeah, pretty sure we did.
Yes, a chilling scene indeed. The man looks very much deceased.
Oh, it's an alkaloid, so that's how it was in the soap. Got-y. That's right, everyone in prison believed that's exactly what it was.
Very well, I shall accept this photographic print as evidence for the court.
Excuse me, I have hiccups now. Too much tea.
Now then, Mr. Natsume.
Yes.
As the defendant, do you have anything to say at this juncture?
I didn't do shit. They're haunted. Haunted by evil spirits.
Good gracious, what's haunted?
My lodgings. There's been a whole series of strange happenings in my lodgings.
That's not related, so that would not be at this juncture.
Tenant before me died in mysterious circumstances. A woman was stabbed by no one on the street outside. My neighbor was poisoned. And me, what about me? I've nearly been killed countless times.
What? Killed Mr. Natsume? How?
Even on that fateful night it happened. When I returned from Mr. Shamspeare's room, I lit my gas stove and climbed into bed, but before long, the stove went out and somebody tried to kill me.
You must always extinguish all fires before retiring for the night, Mr. Natsume.
But it's so cold. My runny nose would freeze. Yeah, that you can have some kind of heat on. Maybe it wouldn't be a gas stove. Maybe I'd do like a wood fire, but also, yeah, appropriate for right now because it is at the moment. I think it's 4 degrees outside. 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. It's 4. Yeah. Oh, it's 4 degrees outside. By the end of stream, we may hit 0. Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Fahrenheit. It's gonna be -5 before the sun rises tomorrow. So y'all better believe I'm wearing all my layers to bed, getting the flannel sheets out and everything. The point is, I didn't poison my neighbor. Oh, why am I being accused of this? Why is my existence so cursed? It's still snowing? Gimme. Grabby hands. Give me the snow, please.
Thank you, witnesses. I believe I have a reasonably clear picture of events. Mr. Soski, you really should have said all that to your attorney before the trial started. It would have been useful.
If I could raise one more point, my lord. One more conclusive point.
Conclusive? Go on. It's a little early for that shit, but okay.
Fortunately, the victim, Mr. Shamspear, has regained consciousness after his ordeal, and he has named the true culprit. The poison consumed by the victim was administered in a cup of tea that he drank on the night in question. Cheers, bitches. Tea, my lord, that was brought to the victim's room by the accused. Yeah, he doesn't deny that shit. What? What was I gonna look up? Oh. Bum 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 bum. There goes the light. What the fuck? Well, that's unfortunate.
Order, order!
Yes, that's the crux of this whole case. Sosuke-san is innocent, then why? Why has the victim accused him? And Smeckledorfed? That's a term.
Well, Mr. Natsume, what have you to say to this accusation?
Amanda needs to turn down her brightness. The evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspear's room as a gift. Public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again. Never.
The outside pump was frozen, you say?
That's not information we've heard before. Sosuke-san, what the fuck, man?
That will do, thank you. Now, according to our laws, the defense must have the opportunity to cross-examine witnesses at least once. At least once.
Give me more, please.
Therefore, I call upon these witnesses now for a formal testimony. I presume the prosecution has no objection.
None whatsoever, my lord.
Cool, thanks for bowing. Good, then you will give your account of events on the night in question to the court now.
Yes, my lord.
Dude, why? You've been in court twice now. You know what proper... Who just called me? The fuck? The catastrophic night.
It was around 9 o'clock that evening when I visited my neighbor, and I took some tea with me as a gift. We had a heated literary debate over a nice hot drink, after which I went back to my room at around 11. My tea was completely harmless. He couldn't have locked the door behind me otherwise, could he?
Strychnine takes some time to have an effect on the body. People don't... Whoa! Too much tea. People don't keel over immediately after taking it. No, we just looked up the chemical sheet, and it is pretty much instantaneous, you bitch. Victim would have been perfectly able to lock the door after his guests left. The argument still stands. Objection! Go back to organic chemistry, Gregson. That's all you had to add? Okay, cool. Well.
Yes, I see. It all seems relatively straightforward. Ho, ho, ho.
Excuse me, but that testimony does raise one rather crucial point, I think. Mr. Natsume claims his tea to have been harmless. Presumably, though, the teacups have been examined for traces of the poison, haven't they?
Why didn't I think of that? That's a good fucking question, dude. Well, it happens, no. We haven't been able to. Oh, we kind of took the teacups, didn't we? Yeah, I remember. Play it back. I'm pretty sure we just took them.
Did I hear you correctly, Inspector? Scotland Yard has failed to examine the suspect's substance.
Your Honor, the substance is sus. How could you have overlooked something so important? Isn't that the first thing you should have done? My learned Nipponese friend is falsely incensed. No, I'm not. I don't like essential oils. The inspector said Scotland Yard was unable to examine the tea. Not that it was overlooked. Unable? Why? It's simple enough. There was none left. Not a drop. You can still test for residue. My God. Someone must have been very thirsty indeed. We're totally unrelated, but I made some dope-ass tuna salad and wanted to share. We love that, Asher. Too bad I hate tuna salad, but I'm happy for you. With current scientific techniques, it's not possible to test for poison under such circumstances. Yes, you can! You just have to, like, put water back inside the cup. It'll dissolve what was ever on the outside, and you just test that water. Or for me. Absolutely. Lies. This game's lying. We only need a drop, but that one drop does actually have to exist, funnily enough. Fuck you. The lack of examination notwithstanding, it appears nothing other than the tea passed the victim's lips on the night in question, besides these nuts.
See, thank you. Matter is clear.
Cast your eyes over the jury, my learned friend. What? You can see it in their faces, I'm sure. The recognition of the accused's guilt. Your client's fate is all but sealed. In mere moments from now, you will lose and your compatriot will be damned for all eternity. Is that not a little extreme? He's right. I can feel all 6 of the jurors looking daggers at me. How did they all get knives into court? How did they all hit me in the face? But I can't let them beat me down. I won't. I'm just putting a blanket on my lap because it's frickin' cold. It's frickin' chilly.
Counsel for the defense, proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. Why are we looking so shifty? It's fine. We got this. Okay. Ooh. We didn't actually look at this yet, did we? Hang on, time out. Open this envelope. Didn't bother with the letter opener or scissors, did they? Who would? That's too much effort. Yes, whoever opened it was clearly someone with an unrefined temperament. Jesus. And judging from the angle of the rip here, the person in question must have been right-handed. Bitch! Miss Susato, I think perhaps someone's been reading too much of The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. You can never read too much of it. Cool. What valuable insight. Okay. It's a green Pikachu tail. You know what? It really does look like that, doesn't it? Okay, this is just the print, which has never been helpful to us. Oh, interesting. Wait. The one with the green line around the rim was Mr. Natsume. So, Sham Spears, there's literally tea residue on it. Are you... This this must be the cup that Mr. Shamswear is drinking from. It's stained on the inside. Tea does that, I'm afraid, even green tea. Oh, really? I have never noticed before. You've never noticed? Do you ever wash your cups? Well, I never leave it in the cup long enough to leave a mark. I like to gulp it down. Drink tea while it's hot. That's a Japanese way, isn't it? My fellow Japanese. Many people has the wrong idea, and most of them are Japanese. Are we not going to talk about the... Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. Bum 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 bum. Okay, this might just be a press everything at the moment. Hold it! Were you and your neighbor good friends then?
No, we weren't friends. Not at all. Not at all. Never, ever.
A simple no would have sufficed. Then, why did you decide to pay him a visit? No, don't care.
Mr. Shamspeare fancies himself as having great literary knowledge. As a fellow scholar of English literature, we find much to talk about together.
Come now, no Nipponese could understand the finer points of English literature. Drink every time Van Zykes is a racist asshole. This is what we should have a sip counter for. And on the night in question, that was the topic of conversation as well, I presume. Yeah, Van Zykes' objection relevance. Fuck off, gets stricken.
It was the day of my last trial when I was acquitted. I just arrived back at my lodgings.
Oh, I have to move chat box.
No, I don't. It's fixed. Perfect. And I ran into Mr. Shamspeare outside on the street. That was at around 6 o'clock. Exchanged one or two pleasantries, but it soon turned into a heated discussion. He was on his way out at the time, though, so I promised to visit his room that evening at 9 to continue our debate. But did I have ill intentions? No, not one, not two, not any, not at all. Never, ever.
A simple no would have sufficed, I feel.
Stop reading my mind, Susato. Then tell the court what did happen when you visited the victim's room. Need a literary debate over a nice hot drink, after which I went back to my room at around 11 o'clock. Literary debate about Shakespeare's works, I think you said, didn't you?
Shakespeare? Ah, very worthy topic of conversation, I must say.
Yeah, if you guys check me out on Instagram, I made a Shakespeare meme with Ace Attorney today. Quite proud.
Oh, yes, my lord. Romeo and Juliet, who was stronger? It was a profoundly pleasurable parley.
Romeo and Juliet?
Who was stronger? I know I'm going to regret asking this, but how did the debate go?
Well, we both agreed that we would reach a conclusion more quickly with a reenactment.
Oh my god.
So we battled it out in a Greco-Roman style, naturally.
What?
Mr. Shamspeare had all sorts of costumes in his room for just such a contest.
So when you say a reenactment, you mean you were actually in costume?
He is Romeo, I is Juliet, and after a vigorous, wild tussle,
Okay, they were fucking. They're just into roleplay.
I as Juliet came out on top, a victory I'll cherish forever.
I dare not imagine the terrible scene of carnage.
Yeah, this is just... It's great. The fact remains that it was you who prepared the tea and took it to the victim, correct?
I boiled the water in my room and made a pot to take with me. I'd heard that he was too poor to have tea himself, you see.
But he had all those frickin' costumes. It's true, there were no sign of any tea leaves in the man's room.
I wanted to do something nice, to be friendly. So why is everyone looking at me with such suspicion? My tea was harmless, of course it was.
And do you have any basis for that statement, witness?
He was completely harmless, he couldn't have locked the door behind me otherwise.
Hold it! Agreed.
Yes, there was not a drop of tea left in the victim's room anywhere, was there? That's correct. Anyone would think the fella had never had a pot of tea before. He must have licked it dry. Which is a pity, because one drop is all we would need to analyze it for poison. And you say that you returned home to your room at 11 o'clock, Mr. Natsume.
Yes, definitely. By heaven and earth, I swear it.
Landlord was able to verify that as it happens. He confirmed that the defendant went back to his room at 11 that night.
And how was the landlord able to attest to this?
He, said it was the lamps, I believe. He might be, out on cocaine right now. When tenants return to their rooms and start using gas, the lamps in other parts of the house flicker.
Yes, Mr. Garrett seems to pay a lot of attention to the comings and goings of his tenants.
There's only one key to Mr. Shamspeare's room, I know that for certain. So he must have locked the door himself from inside his room. Victim has confirmed that to be the case, yes. So I'm right, my tea was harmless, completely harmless. If you take poison, you die. Everyone knows that. It's not that simple, I'm afraid. What do you mean? My turn to speak now.
Hold it!
Cool. How long does it take for symptoms to appear then? According to the coroner I was speaking to at the yard, oh Jesus, about 30 minutes after the poison's consumed. Which, again, no. Don't drip on the wood. There we go. And the victim suffers violent convulsions, cramping, and stiffness, and eventually dies from asphyxiation. At least it's not a troconine again. There's a 30-minute interval between when the poison is ingested and the onset of symptoms. Seems to be a lot of different types of poison in the world, that's for sure. Let's learn about them. Can you say strychnine? Very good.
Oh dear, death by poisoning again. It's always so awful.
30 minutes is a long time. Thank you, Van Zykes. That was very insightful. Certainly long enough for the victim ever locked the door behind the accused after he left. Can't deny that. And it further degrades Sosuke-san's alibi. Haley, why are you sending me memes? I thought you had shit to do. No, I failed and I'm sorry for that. It's okay. Inspector Gregson will give you another chance. I have the medical report from the doctor who examined the victim here, my lord. Spells it out, really. The accused is the only person who could have done it. This man had no friends. He literally didn't see anybody else in his life.
Very well, the court will add this report to the court record as evidence.
It obviously mentions the poison. What kind of report wouldn't?
Oh yes, I see it here. Delayed onset of symptoms.
Susato, we haven't had a chance to click that button yet. Calm down. Okay. Cause of coma. Okay. Small quantity of strychnine. Toxic events present 30 minutes after ingestion. High likelihood of the substance having been mixed with tea the victim was drinking, but no sample could be obtained for testing. Poison incident occurred at around 1:30 on the 21st, assessed from the victim's pocket watch that appears to have been broken when the man collapsed after the decay. Delayed onset of symptoms. No container for the poison was found at the scene. Okay, that doesn't really help us at all. I mean, obviously the no container thing, but that doesn't really help us where we are right now. Okay. Great. Victim would have been perfectly able to lock the door behind his guest. Yes! Argument still stands, you say? This is what Mr. Natsume has been saying, isn't it? Pair of them drank tea together that night, so if there was poison in it, victim wouldn't have been able to lock the door after the accused left later on. Exactly, Harg! Me and my tea are innocent, sweet and innocent, I tell you. Ain't nothing about you sweet sugar cheeks. I'm afraid that doesn't follow. See, strychnine is a slow-acting poison. In other words, it takes time for the symptoms to appear. Again, let me refer you to the Wikipedia. Oh wait, human toxicity. Yeah! Within as few as 5 minutes. And after ingestion, 15 minutes. Y'all are fucking stupid. Can start as early as 15 minutes after exposure for seizures. Yep, As we say in America, get fucked, Gregson. So he could have left the room up to 30 minutes after the victim drank the tea. Oh wait, the time of death. The time of death is, yeah, okay, I get it. And as long as you did that, Mr. Shamspeare could have locked the door after you'd gone.
But no! We drank the tea straight away. Battle over whether Romeo or Juliet was stronger. That came after the tea.
Do you have any evidence to support that claim, that statement, excuse me?
In my great homeland, the Empire of Japan, we have a saying. Drink tea while it's hot.
Sure, a proverb will satisfy the prosecution. Bitch, you said it like 10 minutes ago.
I'm afraid there's no conclusive proof to support the defendant's assertion. On the contrary, there are sufficient grounds to infer his guilt in this matter.
No!
Okay. Extent to their testimony.
I can voice a personal opinion, Mr. Naruhodo.
Of course, go ahead.
Mr. Natsume has argued for his citizens so adamantly and so persistently. Why aren't you trying at all? Yet Inspector Gregson just brushes what he says aside. It's really quite infuriating.
I agree. So we need to find an inconsistency in what the inspector is saying, I think. I'm afraid
So as things stand, the jurors are sure to find him guilty.
Okay, it's the time of death. Death. Or everything around, like, death, murder is in air quotes. I don't think Gregson said the time of death, though. Okay, I guess it's at this because they're saying at 11 o'clock is when he would have opened or locked the door.
Objection!
Suck my dick. The argument still stands, you say? I think not, Inspector. Come again. I think you'll find that you've overlooked a very significant chronological inconsistency here. Piranha Wood, what are you on about? That tea is poison. Yeah, you're right, Phoenix. It truly is. According to this report, the victim must have consumed the poison at around 1:30 in the morning. And yet, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, left the victim's room at 11. Ooh. Yeah, you remember what time we got there, bitch? Yes, that's right. There's more than 2 hours of missing time there. Yerf. In other words, if there was poison in the tea that Mr. Natsume brought to the victim's room, how could the victim have fallen ill to it 2.5 full hours after the defendant left? Okay, that's cute. That was adorable.
Vance's argument is entirely reasonable. How do you respond, Lord Van Sykes?
I will pour one out. Cool. It's such a sassy little... Pray forgive the discourtesy if my mind has wandered. I was considering what cuisine would best complement the contents of my hallowed chalice this luncheon. You're drinking wine at noon, sir? Y'all got the wrong bitch. How could it have happened, you ask? Hollow chalice instantly smashes. I do hate to shatter illusions, but my Nipponese friend appears to be chasing a phantom idea. No, that's not until AA5. A phantom? Is it so hard to imagine that the victim drank his tea after the accused had left? For example, at the time stated in the medical report, yes, at around 1:30. Sir, that was good wine. Actually, it was 2 buck chuck. I go through so much of it, I have to have the cheapest wine available.
Objection!
Mr. Natsume brought the tea with him to drink together with his neighbor. And in Japan, there's a well-known saying, drink tea while it's
Objection.
hot, bitch. And in my country, there is an even more apt saying. Where are you from? There is nothing more refreshing than cold tea. Okay, definitely not England then. Is he from the South? I only consume sweet iced tea. The point is, if there was such a long gap, there may be other ways to explain how the victim came to be poisoned. Other possibilities.
Sort of possibilities, Council.
I didn't come up with those yet. Well, for example, the man could have had another visitor.
Another visitor?
That's a very bold assertion, my learned friend, from someone who has nothing to substantiate it. Or the victim could have taken the poison of his own volition.
You suggest this may have been a suicide, Council?
Objection!
Mr. Shamspear has categorically denied suicide. Yeah, that pretty much marks it off. The idea can and must be discounted.
Objection!
Nobody is mentally ill in Ba Sing Se. But he could be lying. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Something wrong, Lord Van Zykes. That's a catchy tune you're singing.
I was listening to the sound of the carriage be pulling up outside the courtroom. Pray forgive the discourtesy. You are a bitch. Carriage? What carriage? It would seem that the key player in this case has just arrived.
Uh-oh. No.
Hold it. Who fucking said that? Out, brief can't. Oh no. What was his voice? Phoenix, Haley, Azure, does anyone remember? What was his voice? What voice did we give him? I could just go pull up my last stream. That would probably be the easier way to do this. Twitch.tv/Miss Can't get copyright stricken if it's your own content. What voice did we give the bitch? Okay, yesterday's stream. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Give them a minute. I probably just have to go back to the point where he revived himself. There we go. Okay.
Struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more.
Hey.
I forgot my line. Now, how soundeth the next part?
He's very forsooth and forsaken bullshit.
Out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow.
Look at this man's shoes, fruity ass bitch.
A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more.
I'm apparently fit enough to be standing in court.
It is a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Shaky leg.
Who, sir, are you? William Shamspear, my lord. Alas, 'twas I, undone by these bitter events. I am the victim.
I just look it, don't I?
What? What's he doing here?
He's got a fucking scepter.
Go back to your hospital room. Prosecution seeks to call this gentleman to the stand. Was this eye twitching there? I think it was. With his testimony, my learned friend's futile resistance will be utterly crushed. But don't. You're calling him as a witness? This is basically spirit channeling.
Very well, counsel. I grant your request with interest. Pay it back in full in some time. I'm curious to discover what the court shall hear from the victim himself.
Aww. Can you please blank thank you?
Happy am I, Shamspear, to regale thee with my tale of woe, my lord.
But I still have my own tale to tell, my own tale of worse woe. I can regale the court with a tale of my perfect innocence in perfect English.
That will do, Mr. Natsume. Let the court now hear from the victim.
Oh, you're back? Okay. Right, so that's Mr. Shamspear, but who's that other man beside him?
Yes, I feel sure that we caught a glimpse of that man before.
We did. State your names and occupations for the court, please, witnesses. A writer of words so sweet they do scent the breeze, an inventor of ideas so profound they compose the earth, the unrivaled poet, the unmatched scribe, William Shakespeare, were the great bard to be recalled to life anew. Lo, what a magnificent man! Good fellows, I am he who ponders such a miracle, William Shamspeare. Oh, the name's Meterman. Adron B. Meterman. I don't know why that's the voice I went with, but... Adron B. Meterman. Adron B? Adaron? Adrian? Adrian B. Meterman? I don't get the pun. Adrian B. Meterman. I work for the Alamont Gas Company East End branch office.
I remember now. It was yesterday on Briar Road.
Oh yeah, she's right, it's him. Ba-da-dum-bum. We already read this. Oh, what's this? There's somebody peeking in through a window that doesn't exist. Something wrong. He's gonna dip the fuck out of Dodge. Just gonna dab out of sight. Popeye? I can't do a Popeye voice. It'll just be a pirate voice. We haven't given anyone a pirate voice yet. Someone will have to be pirate voice. Yes, we spotted him outside Mr. Garredup's house that morning. And he's a gas company employee. What does he have to do with this case? Ba-da-dun, da-da-dun, dun-dun-dun. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Two, 3, 4. Okay. 4. Then we have 6 things to look at. Okay, if we chug, we might be able to finish this today. Maybe.
So, Mr. William Shamspeare, you are the victim in this miserable affair, correct?
Oh heaven, oh hell, do you command me to remember that sweet poison that didst cross me and cross mine innocent lips? I subpoenaed him for a trial, with his doctor's permission, naturally. Hearing the testimony of the aggrieved would remove any room for doubt from the jurors' minds, I'm sure. Behold, you have only to rearrange the letters of my name to see that me's a seraph, an angel indeed. Thus I be noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily honest of heart, as all heavenly angels be. Did he just blow us a kiss? I hate him. Because there isn't a less contrived meaning in your name. No, not at all. I love that he and Phoenix had that same pose.
The jurors seem to be very moved by this man, I'm afraid.
You're actually taking the seraph anagram idea seriously? I mean, who's got the better costume right now, you or him?
Thank you, witnesses, for your illuminating introductions.
But my lord, what's the man next to Shamspeare doing here? Gas man, I mean.
What, me? Well, now.
Allow me to enlighten my learned friend. You recall, I presume, your earlier impertinence when you suggested that the victim had another visitor to his room on the night in question, and moreover that the victim is a compulsive liar. I don't think we said all that. What? No, I didn't quite say that. This young chin-stroker is here to controvert your wild claims conclusively. Is that not so, Mr. Meterman? I am real quick just gonna switch to the be right back. I just have to check something really quick. How do I do this? Oh, I made this wide for some. That's a mess. Nope. There we go. Be right back. Okay. We should be back. Are we back? Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys hear me or not? I'm afraid OBS has just crashed again. If I switch over? Maybe I'll message Azure. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. OBS. Mute it and try again. Testing. Anybody? Huh. Hello. You can hear me. Okay. Were you able to hear me when I first came back? Okay, okay. Basically, I started getting a ping that my internet was going down. Like, for some reason, I got a warning in advance. So I wasn't here when you first came back. Okay, fine. So I just had to go and check that shit out real quick. We're good. Don't worry about it. Well, yeah, Azure, when are we gonna get that upgraded cable? Because, I think it might help. Thanks, Charter. Yeah, Charter can go fuck itself. We can... That was jokingly. That was meant jokingly, Azure. We both have free time. So never. Cool! Let's actually switch back to the game before I start clicking things. There we go. Yep. Okay, cool. But I'm audible. Stream is not crashed for anyone. My tea is going cold. So let's keep playing. Still need to work on that project too. That's a threatening message. I don't remember what the project is. Anyway, what was Van Bitch saying? The one we talked about last weekend. I've already forgotten. I've already forgotten that I don't want to spoil. You're drinking iced tea. No, it's definitely at lukewarm status. You know, like you made tea, you walked away for 30 minutes, you came back. It's that state of tea. Okay. This young Trinstroker is here to controvert your wild claims. I just told you about on Discord. Well, I closed Discord. Oh, don't call me a dumbass. I just have bad memory. Dumbass is a little harsh on that one. Anyway, Gas Man here. I hate how this whole case is revolving around gas. Is that not so, Mr. Meter Man? Hang on. No, what's this guy's voice? Hang on. No, I'm just here. I don't know. It rhymed too? No.
I hereby call for your formal testimonies. You will tell the court as lucidly as possible what happened on the night in question.
This guy would get along well with our dude from... No More Spoils. What? What? This guy would get along well with our the murder who was Mr. Whitecoat. Draco Malfoy. One may smile and be a villain. Yes, it doth pain me, but let the truth be spoken. The truth of that wintry night of my discontent. Spoiled that I rhymed something with dumbass. The project doesn't rhyme with dumbass. Asher, what are you saying? Mr. Snapshot? No sharing of links in chat, Phoenix. Wintry night of my discontent. The snow lay about. My neighbor did cometh in the evening, bearing a gift of tea. But merry, bitter was his drink, and when he left, I did fall prostrate on my table. 'Twas the tea alone did pass my lips that late hour, naught else. Anyone do a gut check?
I was outside this bloke's window in the freezing cold all night, keeping an eye on his room. No one else visited his room but that short little round-backed Eastern fella.
You didn't have access inside the house. Azure, fuck off. Wait, what did you say? You were keeping an eye on Mr. Shamspeare's room all night? Fucking creeper.
That's right. Of course, the bloke's window is all but blocked up, isn't it? There's a little gap in the bricks where you can see into the room. So I spent the night trying to keep my teeth from chattering as I peered in through that.
Sir?
The question is, sir, why?
His eyes are terrifying.
Well, because he's on my list.
What a piece of work is a man! Wherefore wouldst thou not stand in wonderment? What are you talking about? One in nudes, oh my god. This buzzing busybody hath not part in this play. I pray thee, pay him no heed. Make no more ado about his tedious words. What do you say about me? Calm yourself. This court is concerned with what happened on the night in question. Nothing more.
Indeed, that is so.
And as the testimony we have just heard clearly reveals, there was no one other than the accused present at the time who could have carried out this crime. Hashtag hot bars. Oh, well, shit, that's true, that's true. Oh no, are the jurors gonna pop in here? He's dressed like a bumblebee. He's dressed like a banana.
Well, I believe this may be the final testimony of the trial. Now, counsel, the defense may proceed with the cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. We're fucked. Nothing jumped out at me here. Okay. Wintry night of my discontent. Snow lay about. My neighbor came in the evening bearing a gift of tea. When he left, I fell prostrate on my table. It was the tea alone did pass my lips that late hour, not else. Okay, so this is definitely the statement, because it's, like I said, in Ace Attorney, when in doubt about a line, it's always the one that's like, I always wear my pink hat. And then you like present the hat that was present at the scene. Or I never would go there. And then you present a receipt of a train ticket or some shit. So with that in mind, the tea alone crossed your lips, huh? I mean, you had a fork in hand, so clearly you ate something else. Oh yeah, shit past his lips because he's got a shit-eating grin. You right. Anything in his stomach? Well, obviously they couldn't pump his stomach. Nothing. Do I have to check like the undersides of the teacups? Nothing hidden there. Both have cracks, but that's Sosuke-san, so it's to be expected. Oh, we didn't look at this one. Okay, so this one's Sosuke's. Teacup from that Mr. Natsume was drinking, unlike the other one, the inside of the cup is completely clean. Must have drunk the contents before the tea had a chance to leave a mark. I always gulp it down too. Sorry? Well, if you sip it little by little, it goes cold. Clearly I shall have to instruct you in the proper way to take tea. I love it when it does this! You have to look at the evidence even though there's no prompt to look at the evidence, and then it updates in the court Is there a little biscuit hiding in the soap that you ate? Okay, well. Okay, came in the evening, brought tea, I drank it, then I fell over. The tea was the only thing I drank. I was outside this guy's window, like a creep. No one else visited the room but the... Yes, okay. I think given that this is our victim and we usually don't have a chance to question the victim, I am just going to press him. So start talking, you clown. To be clear, by neighbor, you are referring to the defendant, Mr. Natsume? Oh, indeed, sire. Perchance thou wouldst that I call him the man from upstairs? At what time did the mustachioed Nipponese visit you in your room? Our meeting was promised for the hour of 9, and lo did he come to tender a gift of fragrant tea. Details which are in accordance with the defendant's own testimony, yes. And we were broiled in such literary debate as history hath not seen before. By which I presume he means...
A discussion about who was the stronger, Romeo or Juliet.
I, Shakespeare, did play the part of young Romeo, whilst my neighbor played the fair Juliet. Oh my god, this makes this guy Alpharad. That's hilarious. Each of us dressed as would our characters be, to bring weight upon our merry experiment. I dare not imagine the scene. Frailty, thy name is woman. Canst thou imagine how dismayed I was? Yes, I had heard of the Eastern art of jujitsu, but... Ne'er did I dream 'twould be skilled practice by the comely maiden. Juliet beat Romeo up? This is not helping our case. I believe the court has heard enough about your earth-shattering literary debate, if that's what the kids are calling it these days. Perhaps you could reiterate your statement about the tea that the accused brought to your room. My liege, I am thy servant. Gladly I would do thy bidding. Got these little... Alright, I drank it and then I fell over. I want to kick him. He's not very puntable. Let me stop you there. Mr. Natsume left your room at 11 o'clock, but it wasn't until after 2 that the poison made you collapse. No, 1:30 for you, but okay. That amounts to more than 3 hours of missing time. Ryu, come on, buddy. Wow, I love the new Fortnite dance. If our channel ever gets access to animated emotes, this is the first one we're adding. Well, no, first one's gonna be Little Baby Mander, but this is the next one we're adding. If the defendant had really put the poison into your tea, that 3-hour window of time is something you're gonna have to explain. Gladly, 'tis an easy task. What? I did drink of the tea. Damn it, Phoenix. Oh my god. Thanks, Phoenix. I did drink of the tea not whilst my guest did tarry, but after he took leave of me. Faith, 'twas stone cold, but at 1 hour post midnight, verily, when my lips parched. Prove it, bitch. That doesn't sound normal. Nay, 'tis quite ordinary, sire. After all, thou wouldst recall our fiery debate. Amid such argument, there'd be no time for fiery tea. Sasuke drank his, but okay. Romeo and Juliet again, and who was stronger? Mr. Shakespeare, in summary, allow me to confirm. Did you not come here with the intention of naming your attacker? But of course, my liege. 'Twas the stooped lover of words did attempt to shuffle me off this mortal coil. Ugh, we all know what that means. Tea alone that passed my... Okay, hold it! This, I think, is our key point. So you didn't have any kind of evening meal? Dinner? Supper? Ha! Fie on luxury, fie on gluttony, to eat thrice daily, but it's a waste of time. I mean, fact. Sorry.
I would that my belly were full, no more oft than the sun doth rise. What is he doing? This man is on crack. Well, most heroic eating habits, I must say. Night and day do I fill my hours with learned study of the great bard and playwright. Hence it is there doth my... Fuck, I fucked it up. Thanks, Asher. Be healthy. Hey! Sometimes you just don't have time to eat 3 meals a day. Also, I just ripped the fuck out of my brand new socks. I don't know why I did that. That was so dumb. Now I liked these too. Fuck, 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 fuck. Ow! No feet on stream, no feet on stream. Okay. Okay, it maybe wasn't that bad. That would appear to be the case, as even a rodent was found starved to death in your room.
Now I think of it, it's not just food that was conspicuously missing from that room, is it? I don't recall seeing a single-player script anywhere.
He just memorizes it. Bum, bum, bum. For I have devoured them all. Oh, that's what he's eating. His words. You've eaten them? Ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Every word be within my skull. Nope, that's not right. Every word be within my skull. Did thou imagine otherwise? Right, that wasn't misleading at all. Now, could you turn around, do you think? Which brings us to the conclusion that the only way the poison could have passed the victim's lips is in the tea, sis. Okay. Okay, I was outside keeping an eye on his room. You know, like a weirdo. You know, like a liar. The windows of that house have all been filled in.
Historical artifact of the now defunct window tax.
Susato, you've told us about this 6 times. We got it. Thanks, honey. Yeah, you're right there, all bricked up horribly. Well, as this happens, there's a little part of the brickwork at the bottom corner that's been opened up. Why do you know about that? I was looking in through that gap.
Yes, there were a few bricks loose, weren't there?
Some strange reason, a couple of bars of soap lined up on the ledge outside as well. Okay, so hang on. Couldn't it have been worked into those bars of soap? And he had... No, because the teacups were Sosuke-san's. And he brought his own water. Okay, so yeah, there was nothing. I was gonna say maybe the poison was in the soap. He washed the dishes. There's a soap residue left on the dish. Then when he drinks the normal tea, because it's hot, it melts whatever soap residue, releases the toxin. He drinks it, consumes it, passes the fuck out. I should respond to this quickly. I'm getting distracted. We're not finishing this game tonight. Spillers? No, spoilers. One hot second.
Maybe I only have the 2. Fuck. Okay, I'm back. Hi. I like going around poking my chin in other people's business, especially on freezing cold nights. Why do all these cases take place in like the dead of winter? Hi.
But then's my order, so that's what I keep doing as long as there's breath in my body.
So is he on the list because he hasn't been paying for gas maybe? But it's still like, it comes into the house and then it's metered that way, so weird. How chivalrous of you. What's with all the theatricals today? They're all theater majors at, I almost said Azure. Azure is Ryu confirmed. Out of interest, Mr. Meter Man, after the accused had left and returned to his own lodgings, did you see the victim leave the room at all?
No, he never left. He was in that room the whole time, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm running out of, like, guy voices, so happy to take any and all suggestions. We already used our Midwestern voice, unfortunately. And we therefore can discount the possibility of suicide. Wait, how would that discount the possibility of suicide if he didn't leave his room? Yeah, how can you be sure of that? The police carried out a thorough investigation of the scene and found no receptacle for the poison. And since we know the victim didn't leave his room and hence didn't dispose of the poison's container himself, it's clear that was no attempted suicide. Only the culprit could have removed the receptacle. Doesn't he have a fireplace? He could have burned it to make it untrackable. What do you want, Watch? Oh, goal achieved. I have been sitting for 3 hours. How did I clear my stand goal? Okay, Van Zyke's logic is basically the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but I guess we're letting it stand.
Ah, yes, lucidly explained, Counsel, thank you.
That was... No! What the fuck, Ryu? You can argue... Oh my god, you can argue with this logic. Okay, so apparently... Okay, so this is the other kind of statement, is no one entered the room except for the person we claim. You say a short little round-backed Eastern fella. So you can't be sure it was the defendant then.
Objection!
Objection! How many other short little round-backed Nipponese with a moustache do you think there are in London?
Well, of course, it's only a narrow gap and it was quite dark, so I didn't notice the mustache. But then he showed up around 9, so I'm pretty sure of myself.
And when the person you saw arrived, did he and Mr. Shamspear drink tea together?
Nah, sorry, I couldn't say.
Why not?
Because I couldn't see into that room all that well, could I? But what I did see was the silhouette of that little round-backed fellow wearing a pretty dress.
Oh, shit. Wait! Oh, yeah, Sosuke was playing Juliet. Yep.
And the pair of them started some kind of wrestling match. I tell you, I didn't know what to make of it.
I saw Mommy and Daddy doing the adult wrestle. Yeah, everyone who's involved with this case is just... Again, y'all ship this man with Sholmes. Clearly you should ship him with Shamspear. They did it, for fuck's sake.
I suppose that was the Romeo and Juliet championship battle getting underway.
Yes, Susato, sure, that's what it was. Mr. Meter Man, allow me to confirm one final time. Apart from the accused, can you state with certainty that no one else visited the victim on the night in question? Why does your chin jiggle?
No question, Gasman's honor.
Fuck. Okay, it was a press everything. All right. Oh no. Oh no, is it the jurors? Is it the jurors? Fuck! Oh, I can't believe we're at this already. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, my lord.
Goodness me, yes, Mr. Foreman? I've kept my mouth shut and listened up to now, but this has gone on long enough. Are you all with me?
Are we to understand that you ladies and gentlemen of the jury are in agreement with one another? Jiggle physics well spent. No, I'm fine with not. You've reached a unanimous decision.
Too right we have. Are you all with me?
Have you guys seen? There's a video on YouTube that it's a dinosaur going na 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 na, and then another one goes yee. It's from I think some like Chinese children's show about dinosaurs, but I'm just picturing this as that. It's yee. Wait, no, the defense is in the middle of a cross-examination.
To be honest, I was holding out a bit of hope for you, young man, especially after you identified those few hours that followed the accused leaving the victim's room.
Oh, that's just Gyarados' voice. Oh well.
Yes, the 3 missing hours, as you put it.
Gosh, but in the end, what difference do they make? None as far as I can see. I need glasses.
And since that's now apparent, there's really no reason to delay our decision any longer.
Like I was saying before, if I don't take 5 bob home with me tonight, the missus will blow her top.
What's that? Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said. So you're not all in agreement because this bitch can't hear shit. Very well. Let the court be apprised of your decisions. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your leanings as to the defendant's culpability.
Guilty!
Fuck.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Bitches. I was not ready. I was not. Oh, we're on closing statements already. All of you.
Well, it would appear that the jury is indeed unanimous. Ho ho ho.
Shots, 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 everybody. So this time at least it seems justice will be done. All's well that ends well, as they say. This calls for a toast, I feel. To the guilty being punished. Ugh. Yoshi sound effect.
Get up, Mr. Naruhodo, please! The trial isn't over yet.
What do you mean, Miss Susato? What have we only done like 15 times in this game already?
What about the information I found in this Encyclopedia of British Law I have? That obscure right that belongs to the defense in these situations. Remember?
Oh, because this is a new game. We have to reintroduce it. It really looks like half his face is just mushed. A summation examination. Yes, that's right. We don't have a jury in Japanese courts, of course. But here in a British court of law, if we can reverse the decisions of a majority of the jurors, we can force the trial to continue. This trial can't end now. Whatever it takes, I just can't let that happen. Good slap, good slap. You got it back, you brought it back, boy. The defense moves to invoke its right to a summation examination, my lord. And to throw this in your face. Why am I not surprised at my learned Nipponese friend's inability to admit defeat? You choose to cling desperately to some archaic rule you barely comprehend instead of accepting the truth. Literally, every time we've done this, we found that the truth is completely opposite what you say it is. Also, I've ripped my gaming chair. Fuck! I don't know how to fix that. Super glue, I guess.
Certainly no other defense counsel in recent times has exercised the right to a summation examination.
We've done it like at least 6 times, Your Honor. Give me 1 second. Hang on, I'm wondering if this will fix my chair if I just like get some super glue to put it back together. Okay. Anyone ever have a gamer chair rip? You sort of feed the zip. What? Rip in the leather of my office chair. Patch it. I know there's some vinyl fillers. Heavy acrylic paint or plastic dip as a filler. Fix looks since I use it in my chair only. Yeah, this is under my ass. I don't really care how it looks. Get something called shoe goo. Vinyl patch kit, I guess. Clean the area, cut the patch aside, apply the cement and the area on the chair. Let try to get tacky and... Okay. I really don't want this ripped because it's already gotten like really big in almost a week. Vinyl patch kit. No, I don't want tape. We've already been over that. I don't want tape. I don't really want to have the tape today. Okay, I guess. Do you think that's smaller than 8 inches? Yep, it is. Okay. Okay. I just have to buy these real quick, like. Fine, if you're not gonna work there, I'll do it from my phone. Bitch! I just want to repair the nice things that I have so they don't get broken, duh. I guess a thing of Gorilla Glue. That's the last part you need. Proceed to checkout. Place order. Yay! That's $50 that I'm probably just gonna have to end up returning. Gorilla Glue, indeed. Because they all know that once a Jedi's mind is set, it cannot be altered.
Nevertheless, the right remains and must be upheld. We really should get some kind of bill passed. This shit doesn't exist anymore. The defense counsel's request is granted. This court will proceed with a summation examination as outlined in the Encyclopedia of British Law.
Thank you, my lord.
Are you and your fellows prepared, Mr. Foreman? Believe me, my lord, we know all about this young lad's tenacity, and we're ready for it. Very well. In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hereby call upon each of you to state the grounds upon which you find the defendant guilty of the crime for which he stands accused.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
The victim may not be well off, but he's a noble man and straight up. There's no reason to doubt the man.
Well, I do declare that good gentleman has no reason to lie. In fact, I think he's rather splendid.
Just look at the accused by comparison. He's Japanese, stoops all the while, and has a moustache. Very swishy. Your foreman has a moustache, bitch.
There's no evidence to suggest the gangling actor is a fraudsman.
For now, at least. Okay, so we have to. She's gonna be the first one we want to convince.
Ugh, I really don't care, like, I just need this trial to end quickly.
Okay, so you're automatically biased and should be taken off the jury.
3 hours of missing time is nothing when you reach my age, you know. Nothing at all.
Or when you're 25. I don't know where today went. I knew it. Every single one of them seems completely convinced. Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have called the verdict.
It would seem that all the jurors have come to the conclusion that Mr. Shamspeare is a fine, upstanding, and honest citizen.
If you ask me, they've all been bewitched by his strange theatrical movements.
And sadly, nothing Mr. Natsume said prepares to have registered at all.
Well, here goes. Let's not forget. I pleaded with the jury on Sosuke-san's behalf once more and it worked, so you never know.
Before we begin, it might be an idea for me to remind you exactly how summation examination works, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh.
You're still very new to British law. You haven't
Done this 14 times already. Yeah, no, I got this. I got this. No, no, no. We're good. We're good. No, stop. I appreciate there's a no need option. I do appreciate that. Thank you for the kind offer, Miss Susato. But I've been through plenty of these summation examinations, thank you, already now. I think it's important that we don't delay the start any longer than necessary.
All right, I'll go fuck myself then. If you're confused by anything at any point, you can turn to me for advice whenever you like. I'll be here for you.
She's getting like Sayori's voice at this point. The key to this is really... I'm gonna tell myself how to do it anyway, player. The key to this is really listening carefully to each juror's statement, finding two that are contradictory, and pitting the corresponding jurors against each other.
Without further ado, please, counsel, proceed with summation examination.
Oh, he did it too! That's cute. Yes, my lord. All right, well, at least we're not looking terrified.
Baby with a sword! Baby with a sword!
God, I think my favorite part of these games is the summation examination. Just conceptually, it's so nice to be able to, like, this is like going into the judge's mind in the normal AA games and being able to pick apart what he's thinking, which is cool. Bum, ba, ba, da, da, da. Okay, that's a bad idea. Okay, may not be well off, but he's a noble man and straight up. There's no reason to doubt the man.
Hold it!
Tell me more, tell me more. Well, there are plenty of people in London who seem noble but poor. Couldn't some of them also be liars? Our defendant from the last case.
I've no doubt about it. Like that shaky client of yours, for example.
Absolutely not. Mr. Natsume is no liar.
Look, the point is the only thing that passed the victim's lip that night was that Japanese man's tea. When you take the gasman's testimony into account as well, the truth couldn't be any clearer.
Well, it's alarmingly logical.
But let me be frank here. I'm a gentleman, with a gentleman's values. If it turns out that the old Shakespearean chum is a rotten liar after all, I'd gladly change my decision about the defendant. And I'm sure my fellow gentlemen on the jury would do the same, but the women wouldn't. Well, yes, perhaps, though I don't see it happening.
Eh? What's that? Elderly gent on the end here, you know. You'll have to speak up.
Why didn't we put him in the middle so he could hear everything?
Look, I really don't care about all this nonsense. I just need this trial to be over.
How many gentlemen do we actually have on the jury then? All right, sir, I may hold you to that. Don't forget what you said. Humph. Okay. Okay, so now we have two... Oh god, okay, so the two that could change their minds are also the two pitted against each other, so it's kind of like we're wasting one. Alright, if you can show me that the victim's a liar, I'll reconsider my position. Okay, let's check the court record. Check your court record for the contradiction. It's time to take a stand. The victim's clearly phony. So grab something to press a hole in the testimony. The victim's a liar. So if we can show that the victim consumes something other, I think it's either that we can show that the victim consumed something other than the tea, or that we can show that someone did visit the victim before he died. At the moment, I don't see anything. But okay, let's keep going. No reason. You think he has no reason to lie? That doesn't mean he didn't lie. Are you saying you believe the man to be trustworthy because he's rather splendid?
No, that's not what I said. The point is the man is the victim here. What reason would he have to lie? And yes, he is rather splendid.
So you say, yet again.
Meanwhile, the man who stands accused behaves so suspiciously it's exhausting to look at him. I'm afraid he's not splendid at all.
Splendid logic there, madam. Thank you so much. Okay. Just looking at the accused, he's Japanese. No. Not one of those things is a reason to find the man guilty.
Well, he is fishy. There's no point dancing around that fact. He's Japanese, he has a moustache, and he stoops. You see, you arrive at the conclusion in just 3 steps. 3 steps, like a waltz, in fact. You know, the more I think about it, the more this trial seems like a dance.
Kid clearly never got to go to his prom. You seem to be several steps ahead of yourself, though. And you're on the wrong foot. No, there's nothing but circumstantial evidence here. There's no actual proof of the defendant's guilt. Yes, agreed.
But the victim's version of events is backed up by what the big chin man next to him says, isn't it? 1. He saw the Japanese man there. 2. He saw no one else. And 3. He saw the Japanese man there. Oh, that's another 3 steps. All this really does seem more and more like a waltz.
You just said the same point twice. Right, and the prosecution will waltz its way to victory if I let you speak much more. Okay, cool. There's no evidence. Okay.
Hold it!
So yeah, like I said, 1 and I think 1 and 4 we can convince. And 2, if we show that he's a liar, she'll be like, oh, well, I guess he did have a reason to lie. Fuck him. So that's half the jury. I don't know about these other 3, though. A fraudsman? What do you mean by that, madam?
It really is a most tiresome problem for the company, most irritating. We can be absolutely certain that a customer is stealing from us, but without hard evidence, we can't even threaten to take action for fear of being sued.
I'm sorry, you've lost me a little there. Who are you? Oh, is she like the head of the gas company?
I'm the wife of Augustus Allamont, owner of the Allamont Gas Company.
Called it.
Good gracious, Allamont Gas, you say? I'm not biased at all. Gas is the future of energy in this country and around the globe. Fuck you, climate change. You're not real at all. But proper handling is essential. As I'm sure our employee from the East End branch office would be the first to agree. Absolutely, Looney Quimby, gotta be used properly. Allamont Gas is the best in the world, of course.
I think we may have solved the mystery of the bow from earlier, Mr. Naruhodo.
Right, he bowed in deference to his employer's wife, did he? So would I be right in assuming that the reason Mr. Meterman was watching what Mr. Shamspear was up to in his room?
I'm afraid that there's no end to the lengths the population of the East End will go in order to steal our gas. So I really have no choice when the company identifies somebody as a possible fraudsman. But to dispatch a worker to watch the suspect day and night,
We're very thorough in our investigations. So you mean Mr. Shamspear is... I wouldn't come out and say it in public, but you can finish that sentence with a grubby little gas thief.
Game, set, match, Your Honor.
Have noticed the public gallery in here, haven't you?
The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen.
Oath, wouldst thou wound me with thy words, were I to let them penetrate the skin. But seraphs hear not insults, only choirs of angels in song. We might not have evidence yet, but my workers won't stop buzzing around you until they find it. And when they do,
Here's your bee. Here's the bee. He's not dressed like a bee, she is.
and when they do, you'll find yourself blasted back to your angelic heights in an element gas explosion. Is that a threat, ma'am? So Mr. Shamspear has been stealing gas. I wonder, juror number 4, if you wouldn't mind adding that information to your statement? My pleasure. Was it the bit about ripping that thief apart you enjoyed? A little before the part about abject violence, if it's not too much trouble. Yes, of course.
This could be it. This could shift the balance. Uh-oh, she's gonna change it wrong.
The victim puts on a fine performance, but in reality, he's a common thief of my company's gas. If I press this again, does it change? That's a bold claim. How can you be so sure? No, I didn't click the court record. Piss off. It's really very simple.
Noble lady of gas, I pray thee, hold thy tongue.
I beg your pardon?
Hath that rank-odored air that doth our darkness illuminate any place in this assembly?
Nay,
'Tis of sole import here that someone wouldst extinguish the light of mine own life.
no, bitch, this is absolutely relevant. There's a connection between the victim and the juror. Get her tossed.
Verily, I ne'er recall stealing thy gas, but pray let the matter rest until anon.
Why, you little...
Begging your pardon, my lady, but might I suggest you don't say anything more at this stage? We need hard evidence first. If I keep secretly watching this bloke, I'll get him in the end. He'll slip up.
You think maybe that secret's out of the bag? Oh, this is so frustrating.
Agreed, ma'am. Agreed.
Really care? Okay. So we have him stealing gas. Okay, he's stealing gas. Oh, that's why this photograph's going to be important. There's a giant puddle. I did not see the giant puddle until now. Cool. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, this is hard. This is a tough one. This is a tough one for a case 2.
Hold it!
Jeez. You keep talking about needing to take home some money. What's that all about, sir?
Finish last, that's what it's about.
What's that?
I'm talking about the Derby at Hyde Park, aren't I? It was the Queen's Cup last night, wasn't it? Last week? Whatever.
A derby?
Was a dead cert, that's the thing. I couldn't lose, so I took my wife's secret savings like,
Oh, well, nope, this is fully on you. I would have thought.
but then that hopeless old mare went and did the unthinkable. That stupid finish last.
I mean, the horse's name was finished last. I mean, what did you expect?
Oh dear, I think it's clear what happened, isn't it?
This is the day the missus uses her savings for a trip down the pub. So come on, let this business lie now. Just give it up.
No, that's literally unethical. Okay, so he doesn't give a shit. Uh-huh.
Hold it!
3 hours of missing time, like if you were to stream, for instance. What do you really mean by that, sir?
Well, I'm not one to boast, but I get up at 5 every morning, I do.
At 5? You're a really early riser then, aren't you?
What's that now? I said you're an early riser. Oh, well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I like to while away the hours in the evening reading books as well. But by about 2 in the morning, I'm usually too tired to go on.
We have found my AA persona, guys. This old man is me. I have to get up stupid early, and I go to bed stupid late.
Sleeps at 2 in the morning and gets up at 5. Oh my, that means he only has 3 hours of sleep each night.
Good math.
What's that, dear? Only 3 hours of sleep each night! That's right, you see. 3 hours of missing time, like I said. It's not much, is it?
This really isn't helping. There's a very big difference between conscious and unconscious 3 hours. Okay, the key is looking at the differences, and once I've found statements, I pit them against each other, then hopefully when they see, click, 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 click. We know how this shit works. I'm not reading. We know how this shit works. We've done it a couple times. Okay. I honestly just need to see all the statements next to each other, so. All right, let's move the teacup out of the way. Let's get serious here. Okay. If you can show me that the victim's a liar, I'll reconsider my position. I do declare the good gentleman has no reason to lie. In fact, I think he's rather splendid. I would think pit the two women against each other. You know, hashtag feminism. Look at the accused by comparison. He's Japanese, stoops all the while, and has a moustache. Very fishy. Okay, I think he is definitely one we're not going to be able to convince because his statement gives us nothing. The victim puts on a fine performance, but in reality, he's a common thief of my company's gas. I think that's it. I think we're going to pit... Nope. I think we pit her against statement 4. Let's see.
Objection!
Fuck! Those two statements are fundamentally at odds with each other.
My lord, as foreman of the jury, I must object.
I don't have power to object.
Being their leader, it's my duty to stand up for all jurors here present, and stand up for them I will.
Oh, well, there goes our health. I concur with the foreman. Counsel, I warn you, I should abide any petty fodgery.
Sir,
Till you've got your facts straight, keep your pointy fingers to yourself. I thought I did.
We're trying to find inconsistencies.
Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe it's dude 1 then? It's not really showing that he's a liar, but... Right, all we can do is pit. We can't present evidence. So...
Objection!
Okay. Well, I wasn't far off. Those two statements clearly contradict each other.
good gracious, to whose statements do you refer, counsel?
Juror number 1.
What are you yelling about, lad?
And the music kicks in. I presume you've heard juror number 4's statement, made by the wife of the owner of Alamont Gas.
Well, yes.
Nope, that's the judge. Moving on. The victim, who you claim to be a noble, straight-up man, is in fact, turns out to be a common thief.
So the good lady says, but there's no evidence, is there? You and I both heard them say as much.
It's true, we don't have evidence as such, just yet.
Quick, go raid his apartment while he's here in prison. But his claims aren't baseless, you know.
What?
You heard me, seeing as his operation has already been compromised. I would suggest that the court hears testimony from our East End branch office employee over there. I've lost her voice too, it's fine.
I'll do whatever you say, my lady. Gasman's honor.
Oh my god, it's Cat Noir as a banana. Good god. Juror number 1, you say you're a man of your word. If I could show that Mr. Shamspeare was a liar, you assured me that you would reconsider your decision about the defendant's guilt.
Ah, fuck, dude. Yes, I did say that. As a man of honor, I'll hold to it. As I'm sure the other gentlemen of the jury will. Me? Oh, well, yes.
Oh.
Well, if I'm perfectly honest, I haven't heard half of what you've all been saying. So if this means you'll recap a few points, that would suit me down to the ground.
Oh no, I'm not having any part of this. I want this trial over and done with.
In that case, I shall change my leaning. Okay, cool.
So, Mr. William Shamspeare, if that is your real name, we of the jury demand to know exactly what kind of a man you really are.
Objection, character evidence. But like, okay. Every time I play these games, I regret having working knowledge of the law. That's 4 jurors. Can you count to 4 with Ryu? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. 4 for not guilty.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. You can count.
Don't look shocked on the stand, dude. Also, Susato, you really should not be up here. Get back behind the bench.
Order, order. Well, this is quite extraordinary, I must say. As a result of the defense's summation examination, the jury's leaning has changed. Now only 2 jurors say guilty, whilst 4 say not guilty. I therefore declare this court to be in a state of disaccord.
I lost track at 6.
Fair, and order the trial to continue.
Yeah! Yeah! Suck it! Little bitch. Oops. Spoilt the bouquet, Mr. Shamspeare. Oh, I'm just a little bitch boy. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury now find they are unable to trust you, the victim. I'm just a little bitch boy. But you gods will give us some faults to make us men, so God mend me, I do swear. This gasman speaketh that which concerns him most, naught but gas, naught but thin air. Aye, it burneth bright a while, but it hath no substance, and it doth reek foul.
Boy, what do you say? Why, take it, Mr. Shamspeare, that you deny the allegations of gas thievery.
Most heartily, my lord, hast thou forgot? I am as a seraph, an angel, noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily honest of heart. I keep looking away as soon as he does it. I'm pretty sure he's blowing a kiss. Pretty sure. Arg, you flowery mouth pompous beanpole, just cause I haven't got the evidence yet. Everyone shut up. Mr. Shamspeare, if in fact you're not noble of mind, sweet of nature, or honest of heart, if you are a liar, then your testimony should have no sway in this courtroom. That maybe was not worth a statement.
It is my considered opinion that at the present time no other possible culprit of this crime has been identified. All testimony heard by the court thus far heavily implicates the defendant.
Okay.
In short, it would not be unreasonable at this stage for me to rule on the case.
What the fuck? We just had them say not guilty.
Okay, cool, thank you.
However, in light of the fact that the jury has expressed concern about the fidelity of this witness, I believe it would be inappropriate for this court not to pursue the point further.
I assure you, my lord, that would be a waste of the court's time. The gas in this case are unrelated. Juror number 4.
Yes.
Didn't you say before that although you had no hard evidence to prove this man had been stealing gas, you have strong grounds for suspecting him?
That's right, we do.
Don't we, worker?
Absolutely, Lady Quimby Gasman's honor.
Okay.
Very well then, we will hear your testimony now. We'll tell the court precisely why you believe the victim, Mr. William Shamspeare, has been stealing gas. Yes, my lord, it'll be my pleasure on the element gas name, I swear.
If I may, my lord.
Go ahead, madam.
This worker's testimony may have a significant bearing on the good name of my husband's company. Therefore, I should like to take the stance alongside him in a supervisory role, if you don't mind.
Wahoo! Oh yeah, sweet as honey! Yeah!
Fucking simp.
Very well. As an exception, I shall honor your request.
Okay, I do kind of like this chick, and I hope she doesn't turn out to be evil, because I I like her whole design. I like her character. I like the way she's written. Thank you, my lord.
You wait till the boss gives you an earful. Ooh, it's going to sting, you mark my words.
You know who she is? She's the bee boss from Cuphead, Queen Bee.
So you will both testify before the court on the subject of the illegal consumption of the Allemont Gas Company's fuel.
Yes. Is that clear, my good man?
Clear as Allemont Gas, my lady. Which is the clearest in the world.
Except for how polluted the air is because we've been using it so much. Do you think the gas has gone to his head, Miss Susato?
I think the man is just a very dedicated employee, Mr. Naruhodo.
Susato, you don't need to support him. It's fine. It's fine, hon. Okay.
I'm proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meter money collection agent. Allemont gas meters accept threepenny bits, each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas.
You have to refill it every 2 hours. That's insane.
And yet the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room doesn't have a single coin in it. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key.
Somehow he's using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. That's not thieving, what is?
Yeah? Agreed. No objections. Pray forgive the discourtesy. The irrelevance of this testimony caused me to turn to my hallowed chalice. Your testimony was so bad it made Van Zieks into a drunk.
What do you mean by that remark, Lord Van Zieks?
Did the mustachio Nipponese poison the gangling excuse for an actor, or didn't he? That is all that should concern this court. Yet now we must listen to this horrence. Arson. Clearly what separates the vast British Empire and your Eastern Island nation is more than geographical distance. This murder case has ended up with us framing the victim for not paying his bills. Got it. MG&E wouldn't let him get away with that shit. But this could turn out to be crucial testimony. The cross-examination must go ahead. Every time he does it. Do what you will. Love this game. I don't want to hear it, Asher. This game is gold. Asher, have you not seen him do that yet? That's amusing. I thought you had seen him do it. That wine costs money. Yes, it cost the taxpayers of London money. I didn't pay for a penny.
Lord Van Zieks appears to be in a violent mood. Why don't you go take your sword and fight him?
Yeah, he does. An attempted poisoning and an incidence of gas theft with no supporting evidence. It's true that they would appear completely unrelated at first glance, but I wonder. Truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places, and the first step in uncovering it will be to establish just who and what this man peculiarly is. He's a carbon form. Pretty confident we can say that. Arrest Van Zieks. Get that trending on Twitter. I'll put it in my next Insta post for the next time we go live. I'll include the hashtag Arrest Van Zieks. I'm proud to be. Don't care. Gas meters accept threepenny bits. Hold it! Can you tell me how much that is? I don't speak Britain. So all London houses that have a gas supply are fitted with these gas meters, are they?
They're the latest model, the height of technology, developed by our company, Allemont Gas. And anyone who uses our gas will have one of these meters in their property, yes.
So if a 3p coin gives 2 hours of gas... This is the setup to some math problem shit. Most people would use about 3 coins in a night.
A bit more than that, usually, if they both have gas lights and a gas stove, that is.
Thinking about it, Sosuke-san doesn't have a fireplace in that room of his, does he?
Some people still choose to use candles, of course, and only have gas for heating. Oh yes, I do remember seeing candles in Mr. Natsume's room, exactly, actually.
And how does the money in the meter get back to you? No. OBS, stop being a bitch. Wait, I actually spelled it right that time. Shit. A B-I-C-T-H. I just want it to be more visible. So does the money in the meter get back to you at the gas company? Every 3 days, gasmen like me visit properties on the gas supply and empty the meter of coins. That seems horribly inefficient. You have to go to every single person's property every 3 days. Like, good God. Imagine your landlord coming in every 3 days. That's twice a week minimum.
I must say, the design and manufacture of the new meter cost the company an awful lot of money. But happily, it did put a stop to people not paying their dues, for the most part.
Because they have to pay in advance, you mean?
Yes, exactly right.
I mean, yeah. Yet the meter in his room didn't have a single coin in it. How the hell is that possible? Out of interest, how long has this been going on? Weeks and weeks, he's been pinching gas off us for ages. And you've examined the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room, I take it?
Naturally, we took off the wall and went over it with a fine-tooth comb.
Wait till Mander learns about knocker-uppers. I don't want to be pregnant. And that's the only context I know that phrase in. And found nothing suspicious at all, I presume.
No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demanded a new type of meter to be produced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shamspeare Special.
Look, Azure, that's the only contents I know that phrase in. Sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3-penny pieces. Nobody calls an alarm clock a knocker-upper.
But even after all that, the rascal's meter was still empty.
I'll never forget the humiliation when I opened up the money box and found it bare. You what? I said.
Look at his eyes. This is terrifying. Why do your eyes look like that? Bitch looks like a fucking FNAF animatronic.
And the look on his face, that smarmy smile of his. I pulled the meter straight off the wall and took it back to the office. But you know what? Nothing.
Okay, sir.
Not a trace of it being jemmied open anywhere. Not a single sign. And what's happening to my salary as a result? Down by 3 shillings a day, that's what.
Why is your salary getting cut? A life-threatening situation in a number of ways. People who knocked on your window to wake you up before alarm clocks. I still hate that phrase, Asher. Incidentally, what became of that meter?
Nothing become of it. I've still got it.
Oh. Right here. No wonder they call you Meter Man.
I think it would be prudent for the court to sequester this item while the trial is going on.
Okay. Shut the fuck up. Let me look at it. We finally have a second page of evidence. Okay. Okay, and then those are the pipes. So what's in his place now that's preventing gas from just leaking into the entire apartment? Okay. Lock. It's a very sturdy looking padlock. The money box is sealed with beeswax too, so if Mr. Sholmes were to get into any mischief, he'd be found out immediately. Mischief of that kind is not the sort of thing that Mr. Sholmes would... You know you didn't finish that sentence, don't you? Well, anyway, it's understandable that the gas company would want to safeguard the money that's rightfully theirs. But it does feel a little over the top, perhaps, doesn't it? Yeah, most people just send you a late bill. Okay, so that's the lock. Okay, so that was literally all just the lock. It's the only other thing That was it? We got this for nothing else. Ace Attorney. The most reliant game on examining things in all dimensions. Oh, what's... Have you spotted something, Mr. Naruhodo? Just here, there's a little hole. Do you see? Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed. It's not a very neat hole, not professionally made, I'd say. So you think it might have been opened up by Mr. Shamspeare? Possibly. It seems the people at Alamont Gas must have missed it. How the fuck you missed that if you're carrying it around? Well, it certainly seems to go all the way through to the inside. Yes, but there's no way a coin could fit through there. That's true, but even so, it seems more than a little suspicious. Okay. Although at first glance, there doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it. Cursed Asher, completely cursed. I knew that those people exist. I did not know they were called knocker-uppers. I hate that. Let's move this along, shall we? Continue with your testimony. Though I would say it has much value as the contents of that meter. Oof. Oof. Meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with. Bitch, how fucking dumb are you? I love you, but ma'am.
Objection.
Knock her ups. That's much better. No, that sounds like you're saying, knock her up. Lady Altamont. I've been saying Alamont this whole time. It's Altamont. Whoopsie. Lady Altamont, I'm afraid to say that this meter clearly does show signs of being tampered with. What? Her eyes, like, her design looks like she could be in a Pokemon game. You know? Knock her up, or at least sounds better. It doesn't, though. It's still the same thing. Get away, I've been over and over that thing. This man is a robot. Even, like, his pupils are squares. I hate him. Telling you there's nothing wrong with it. I've given up on this guy's voice because I don't know what the fuck it is. In that case, what do you have to say about the small hole that's been made at the base of the coin box? Hole what?
You're right. You're quite right. There's a little hole there. The meters aren't supposed to have that. None of the others do.
In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shamspear secretly opened up this hole himself. Why do we not have him on the stand, like, shaking in his fucking pointy-toed boots?
Yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised.
But why?
Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny. You couldn't get a farthing through that.
It's true, so you can't get a coin through it. Lady Altamont, I wonder if you could give the court some more details about your meter design, just so other people can break into them.
What sort of details?
Well, what I'd specifically like to know is how it's dismantled. I think this. How does the meter tell the difference between different coins?
What do you mean?
Well, for example, if someone were to put in a 1 penny coin, that wouldn't work presumably, would it? Yeah, it's like when you have to go do wash, you have to only bring quarters because the machine only takes quarters.
No, of course not.
So, well, how does the meter know that the coin it's been fed is a threepenny bit? Threepenny bit. This is a weird bit.
Oh, I see what you're getting at now. A meter tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness, how many C's it has. A threepenny bit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you see. Other coins just won't fit.
Weren't they still using centimeters at this point? Ah, I see. It's clearly been very well thought out. Sorry, I'm trying to get the lighting right.
Witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case it is pertinent.
As you wish, my lord.
The meter is designed for coins the exact diameter and thickness of a threepenny bit. Nothing else will fit. Let's keep pursuing that. Conversely then, it would seem that anything matching a 3-pence coin exactly in terms of diameter and thickness could equally well be used. Would, that be true? Yeah, but if this is sitting in the guy's room and they empty it and they're like, oh, what are all these fake coins? They can... like, they'd be able to track it very easily, but okay.
Well, yes, in a way. The weight comes into it to a certain extent as well.
We've thought of that though anyway. If I find any fake coins inside when I empty the meter, the contract says the customer has to pay 100 times the amount they diddled as a fine. We live for moments like that, us guestmen do. Live for them. Ha 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 ha. It would seem the gas company has thought of everything. Wahoo! Hurrah for gas! Hurrah for cash! Altamont all the way!
That's quite enough of that.
Mind me, how big are threepenny bits?
About 3/4 of an inch across.
What do you think, Mr. Iwata? Is this too simple?
centimeters measurement significant?
There's some other aspects to be focused on. Asking about whether the meter can be dismantled, for example. I feel like it's still the coin thing, because we have the coin shape pressed into the soap. I'm just not seeing it come together is the problem. I guess we click delve deeper, but I don't think this is gonna help. How can the meter be dismantled? Dismantled? Yes, given that there are no signs of it having been forced, I'm wondering if perhaps rather than being broken apart, it might have been taken apart.
Well, yes, that does make some sense. Padlocks are made by a first-class locksmith from the finest quality steel, and the meter box itself is made from plate steel as well, welded shut, in fact, to ensure it can't be opened again. I can assure you it's quite impossible to dismantle it.
Wahoo! Yeah, nothing leaks from an Altamont meter. No coins, no gas, nothing.
Oh. Nothing leaks, huh? Witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case it is pertinent. As you wish, my lord. Okay. I think now we get to prove our leak point. All joints on the meter are welded shut and the lock is made from solid steel. There's no way to dismantle it. I mean, that is very clearly a leak. But... did I already present this? Asher, did I already do this? Did I already present this, having a tiny hole? Yes, I did. I showed it to him. Somehow he's using all the flame and gas he wants without paying a penny. If he's not thieving, what is? Hole in the bottle, it's not dismantle proof. But it wasn't dismantled, they just rammed a hole in it. Has anyone ever tried?
Oh yeah, they've tried, but they have all given up before long.
After all, if they'd actually broke the meter, the company would be able to take legal action.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yes, that makes sense. What do you think? Is it welded steel construction significant, or perhaps there's some other aspect of the meter's construction that we should be focusing on? Oh no, it's a decision tree! Yeah, I think the coin thing is the more important bit, and we're somehow gonna have to present that piece of soap. Okay, we've already read this. Can we fast forward? Yes, okay. So it does it by size and weight. Size, thickness, and weight. Okay. Just want to make sure. Look at this bar of soap. I bet I didn't have this examined, so I had to look at it anyway. It's a circular depression about 2 centimeters across, or 3/4 of an inch. On the soap at the scene, didn't we? Yes, there were 2 bars on that little ledge just outside the window, so we took this one. I'm sure that when we first found it, there was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle of it. Yeah, there was. Wait, where the fuck did that go? Yeah, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone? See, yeah, okay, so we had to update that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now we can hit...
Objection!
Suck it! Let me just confirm something here. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, the meter would accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating Mr. Shamspeare's room, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly.
Something the same size as a threepenny bit. What was it?
Well, it's gone now. Item in question is this.
What? Have you been inhaling gas? That's a bar of soap.
It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say. Looks like I'm going to have to point out exactly what I mean here. Oh, game, what's so important about the soap? Rotate, you bitch.
Got it!
Got it! You have to turn over the soap to see what I mean. I swear to God, no one in this universe thinks in 3 dimensions. I swear! They're all paper cutouts.
Oh, are you referring to that round depression in the middle of the soap there?
That's right, a depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit.
What? Get away!
Does anyone here present have in their possession a threepenny bit? Quickly now, hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen. It's communion. Pass in your coin.
Sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it?
That one a little iris there. Whoopsie. Just take one of the buttons off your coat, Your Honor. Thanks to a kind member of the public in the gallery, I have here a threepenny bit. I don't carry around anything less than £5 coin. Now, to see if it fits. God damn. My word, it couldn't be more snug. Couldn't we just have tested it on the machine to see if the machine would have taken it? Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Altamont Gas Company is being defrauded.
We got the pursuit!
Hey, I don't believe it. Oh, she looks so much like... She's even got the little wings. Suck it, Van Zykes. So your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar of soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas. Dick threepenny bit, Mander. Oh wait, yeah, sorry. I for some reason thought we got the... Oh, don't mind me. Want to prove the bar of soap would take it. No, yeah, no, I get it now. I got mixed up. I thought we still had the little red thing, but they literally just said it was missing. Thanks for water, Kaisi. A+ lawyer. Hey. A+ mod is what I wish I could say. Yes. The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit, and the depression in the streamer... No, we're stopping. We're stopping. We're stopping. I must concur at least that pushing a coin with some force into a poor quality bar of soap such as this is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin's shape. Okay, okay. Bet you wish you could be an A+ mod. And then you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. You could make fake coins in no time. Wouldn't it melt the soap? Okay. No, bring the pursuit music back. It's so good. This brings all of the pieces of the puzzle together. It's the method Mr. Shamspear has been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link between Homo sapiens and chimpanzees. And now if I follow the chain of thought, I'm gonna figure out evolution here too. It's going to bring me to a new explanation for what's happened that nobody's considered yet. But this is all nonsense. If the man had been making fake coins, my worker would have found them then when he emptied the meter. Quite true, Lady Altamont. In the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear. I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? I know how he did it. Oh, fuck. Shut up. Shut up. Don't spoil. Oh, wait. He made them out of wax and then he heated it so it would drip through? Maybe? There is one form of black magic that could cause the fake coins to disappear into thin air. Yes. Exactly. And the meter here gives it away. What on earth? That's what I've got, at least. There are remnants of the magical method used visible on the gas meter taken from the victim's room. Is that green shit? Like you said, that might melt the soap. No. So you put the coin in, so you get the gas, and then you somehow heat the unit so that your coin in there, made of wax, melts out that hole in the bottom.
If that is your assertion, counsel, the defense will identify these remnants for the court at once. Where on the meter can the remnants of the method used to make the fake coins disappear be seen? It's got to literally be that. Right, but I don't think the coin was wax. I don't know. I think it might be.
Got it!
Got it! The answer is right here. Clearly, this is... Okay, so it's not the green, clearly waxed. What is highly suspicious, I would posit, is my learned Nibonese friend's panic-stricken expression. Mander, it's green! It's green, it's suspicious! I don't claim to know much of the backwater from whence you hail. But I hear that the Nibonese are wont to cut open their stomachs when they recognize their failings. Please, don't hold back on our account. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, they ask how they disappear. Sometimes they'll take like two-step logic like that, where I say like, look at this wax. It melted. The coin's melted. Look, it's Ace Attorney. It's not that far off. I have but one stomach. What the fuck, dude? It's in a space where the fake coins could leave the box. Again, I think both approach it, but like we've already presented this. So presenting it again seems stupid. My thing makes more sense because we've identified something new on the meter. This is just presenting the same damn thing. I think you're too stuck on the wax. There's a pun there that I can't think of.
Got it!
We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window. Outside?
Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Meterman, were loitering in the freezing winter air. That's where we found this soap. Because it was cold out, maybe? I get it. That's right. The answer, of course, is ice. Oh. I didn't think ice would be heavy enough. That's... Huh. I mean, I guess? I was right. Fuck off, Asher. Did you say ice? Mr. Shamspeare's been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening filled with water. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning. I'm not acknowledging you, Maud. Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, giving him light and warmth in spades. I thought that was leaked gas! As his room becomes very comfortably warm, the ice now inside the meter's coin box melts, turning back into water and draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meter. Mander, it could have been gas! It was by a gas meter! Don't mander me! That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing Altamont gas. Young man, would you like to work for us? Ow! Just like that, so simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us all with some bars of soap and water. Water? The gas they're talking about is like the state of matter gas, not liquid gasoline. No, I know. I just didn't think they were aerosolizing it to transport it through. I thought it got aerosolized in the meter. Like they stored it, and then once you'd paid enough. You don't think that gas used for heating is gasoline? Yeah. I think we're talking past each other. Don't fucking mander me. That's right, madam. I don't believe it. It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless. I'm fairly sure I didn't design it. Evidence! Ma'am, we just did your work for you. I want evidence. If you're going to stand there and tell me our readers are rubbish, I want to see proof. She's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't she? Don't cry, Susato. She's not worth it. These two really do look like brother and sister, don't they? Very well, Lady Altamont. If you'd like evidence, I'll provide it. What?
Mr. Naruhodo, are you smoking gas now too?
I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at the time, and I have a feeling that this theory we've come up with now could explain it. Especially because, like, it had been there for a while. So, like, water would have evaporated because the room was really warm. A puddle of liquid gas would not. It would just stain the wood. Ask me how I know that gas stains cement. No. Okay. So just present the photograph. Hey, they're calling it a photograph rather than a photographic print now. Interesting. This is a photograph of the scene at the point when the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. And it clearly shows the remnants of the crime carried out by Mr. Shamspear. What remnants? My name's Van Zyke. My name's Ryu. I'm so smart. My name's Asher. I'm so smart. Here you can see the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shamspear's room. Now, look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter. Gas stain! Because it's all the same color too. If it was water, it would be shading these differently. What is that? Some kind of grubby stain. Almost certainly, it's a water stain resulting from the liquid that drained out of the hole made in the meter. Oh, it's not a water stain. If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage and the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours, he didn't just put a bucket there? Like, what? He just let it drip onto the floor? That's disgusting. Just put a bucket there and then you don't have to, like, just use that water again. What the fuck? We can imagine he would have used around 10 of his fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly, but it wouldn't make that big of a... It wouldn't make that big of a stain then. Leaving a stain on the floor. This is awful. And there's further evidence too. Hey, how's that? Mr. Shamspear slumped over his table, apparently having consumed strychnine. Stricken. Fuck. I've messed it up. Oh well. And right there next to him is a bar of soap broken in half.
You're right.
Would appear to be then, Counsel. But the man was eating the soap, was he? Oh look, Herlock Sholmes is back.
Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but... certainly not.
He didn't beat about the bush there, did he?
In truth, Mr. Shamspear was found with a fork in his hand.
Deal of soap is sounding increasingly likely, Lord Van Zykes. You mean to say he was using that fork to...
That guy's eyes are terrifying. Yes. To extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap. Were there edges around it? Okay, there were. I guess you don't care about if the edges are rough or not.
Oh! The bar broke in half. Dumbass! So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Good gracious.
All right, that's... Drink every time. Van Zykes is wasteful. Lord Van Zykes, you have concussed half of the gallery at this point. Stop throwing wine bottles. I was throwing my hand up in despair. Rusty, I don't know why the text-to-speech was not working, but I'm really glad that was not read aloud. Oh, thank you for the 6-month subscription, Rusty. That's very sweet of you. Nah, the soap was in his butt. Mystery solved. That's where he put all the fake coins, guys. He shoved them up his butt, and then they melted in there. Thank you, Rusty. Very sweet. And happened to catch my hallowed bottle on the way. Pray forgive my maladroit mistake. I still read it out loud. I still read it.
What is the meaning of this counsel?
Allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly did you establish with your most recent cross-examination? Well...
Mr. Wilsonship. Hang on. I need water.
Was better to have Manda read it? I want to hear a bot read it.
Mr. William Shakespeare is a liar and a thief. That bitch. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable.
That's it. That's exactly it. I could have said that myself. Very well. Let us assume the man is a liar. Now allow me to pose another question. Penny up the ass every day and you'll be worth more than everyone you meet. Just go get like a gold filling in a tooth. That would be more efficient. What possible difference does that make? Well, we know that suicide can be discounted. Thank God the real lawyer's picking up the slack. Scotland Yard's investigation revealed no sign of another vessel that contained poison. Oh look, maybe the poison was in the soap bar. They shoved it up his ass. On the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gasman's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. Furthermore, the only possible way the poison could have entered the victim's body is via the tea, sis. This court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Okay, so see, what I was thinking with the soap is that, yeah, that was where the poison was being held. And that's like why there was no trace of the container. That's what I was thinking. It wasn't a crazy thought. Even if William Shakespeare is the liar you claim him to be. Via the ass? No, it's something that, it's strychnine? I've already forgotten how to pronounce it. God damn it. What's the poison's name? Strychnine? Strychnine? Does it get you high? Yeah, go ahead and find out.
Strychnine.
Strychnine. Strychnine. These facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it. Ugh! Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for immediate adjudication. You bitch! Tech 9. Yeah, close enough. Order, order! Well, counsel, how's the defense respond? Obviously no.
Mr. Naruhodo! Get up!
Strychnine, yep. What's the point of that last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere? Please let me say my point! I always raise an objection. Okay, good desk slam. That's a good sign. No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest. What? What, counsel? You've successfully explained everything. No. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shakespeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss? How he fucking died. Lord Van Zykes just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what he would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all. What are you trying to say, my Nipponese friend? At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption made due to a lack of evidence. He's such an angsty bitch. I love him. No, I hate him, but he's good. He's a character. Again, I love that he has just been a constant asshole. No character growth whatsoever. But the situation has changed now following the cross-examination of the latest witnesses to take the stand. Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense? Yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. We're on our... Well, they can't see it, but we have 3 health left. There's a question that we need to reconsider. Namely... Mander in love with another angsty prosecutor. Hey! I'm not in love with him. I just enjoy as a character how fucking... Let me throw my wine bottle behind my back. No, Miles Edgeworth My one and only. Let me say it here on the record. I mean, essentially what we need to reconsider is, was someone else responsible? So the fact I was thinking is the assumption made was that it was in the tea because we didn't find a container. He is good at camp, so is every Ace Attorney character. Look, you're not wrong, but he's a specific brand of special. Please be right. I think that was right. We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison that afflicted Mr. Shamspear was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume. But that's conjecture at best. Objection! The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There is no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison.
Objection!
Circumstantial evidence. As I said, the situation has changed. Because in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. And a particular piece of evidence proves it. We're coming back to the teacup. Are you... Did Scotland Yard literally, like, look at the teacup, see the stain around the edge, be like, oh, well, there's no tea left, we can't test it? A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed?
Spence has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof. What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea?
Your Honor, mothers and fuckers of the jury. Dun 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 dun!
Take that!
What to...
This is wrong?
What exactly is this piece of evidence supposed to reveal about Mr. Natsume's tea, counsel?
Are you serious? I suspect it may possibly be related to the tea in some small way if we dig deep enough. Then you will be digging for a very long time indeed, my learned friend. Oh, I'm just gonna go with my original method then, the bar soap. Even at the bottom of the deepest chasm, you will find no sense in that absurd assertion. We're down to 2. Yeah, I know I was right. Sometimes I wish I could disappear down a deep chasm to escape his deep sarcasm. Ooh! Come on! Again, we've already presented this! I hate this game.
Take that!
Good gracious!
Soap again? The same bar the victim used to fashion his coins of ice.
Yes, that's right, my lord. It's just come back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday.
It's more bars of soap.
Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window? Did people just walking by on the street be like, oh yeah, he's got bars of soap on his window ledge? Totally normal. I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar. So you discovered the gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating. In a way, yes, but there's more. So this is what happens to debate team nerds? Yes. They get badges and are put in charge of our judicial system. The coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice.
There was something strange about them, you mean?
That was something different. I called this from the minute we found these bars of soap. And you, Asher, tried to make me think I was dumb. I knew this. Exactly. Something very obviously strange. They were red. With my blood. The ice was red. No, you mean. I love him. That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea. What? I wasn't here when you found the bars of soap. So you're doing all this without having all the investigation. Interesting. I would nope. This is Ryu. I would remind the court of a statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in this trial. That evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again. Never. The important bit is that he'll never touch tea again.
Ah, yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the East End are prone to freezing.
Why you let your tap strip? So on the night in question, Mr. Shamspeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins. Oh, so that's why he didn't drink his tea. Okay. There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene.
That's right, and we only borrowed one of them.
Which means that even as we speak... Oh. Okay, so it's still not my idea, but there was...
There's still tea in the cup, just rehydrate it.
Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime, frozen solid in a bar of soap outside Mr. Shamspeare's window.
Extraordinary.
Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that if even 1 drop of the tea remains, Scotland Yard would be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture. It's so little tea, I don't think it'd work from the court. He just said 1 drop. He just said all they need is a drop. By finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contains strychnine at all. Ugh, I'm even more angsty now, you smug Nipponese. Suck it. My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once. And the defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it to determine whether or not it contains any poison. Look at my dumb little boy, he's so triumphant.
Bailiff, bailiff, instruct the police to attend the scene at once.
Yes, my lord, understood. I think I'm into the solution. I think we're circling it. Oh, what, really? Wait. No, we're not done. It's only 10:30.
It would seem we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being. I trust you have no objection, Lord Van Zykes.
None, my lord. Shit. Gotta test the tea. It shouldn't take that long. We should be able to just call a recess, but it's fine.
Scotland Yard will recover the tea from the scene and carry out the requisite tests immediately. The trial will resume at the same hour tomorrow. The prosecution and defense may conduct further investigations as appropriate in the interim.
Yes, my lord. He ain't saying shit. God, I love the sprites in this game. I love everything but the game's logic. Well, we managed to scrape through there somehow.
Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned until tomorrow.
Bink. Planes the stains on the ground. To be continued. Okay. Let me just glance at the walkthrough through squinted eyes to see how long we think this would be. Okay, so the investigation. There's 6 sections. I don't think it looks like a lot. Should we try it? I don't know. What do you guys want? Should we keep going? Or should we call it for the night? Because if we call it, if we do the investigation tonight, we can finish the entire case tomorrow because we'll be back in court tomorrow. if we end it here, it's going to take 2 more days to finish the case. I'm feeling okay to keep going, but only if people would want to watch. It's very quiet. I'm just gonna go back and at least get some music playing. Wait, why does it look so empty up here? What? Where did all our shit go? What the fuck happened here? I'm gonna fall asleep soon. Or hold this legal consultancy. Keep going if you wanna. It's like I do, but I don't want people to miss it and then be confused when we go into trial tomorrow. Just tell me the solution so I know if I was right. I mean, you'll be here for the trial. You'll be here tomorrow. I probably should just call it for the night. We'll pick it back up tomorrow. So I think we're gonna leave off stream there. And we are going to go raid someone. Who's live that I follow? Master Ken is playing BDSP. Oh, he's on a... Oh, he's attempting a hardcore Nuzlocke. Let's go cheer him on. Let's go get the Nuzlocke pumping back in our veins. You know? There we go. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and raid a Nuzlocker. Give them some love. If you are subbed, go ahead and use your raid emote. And then we will be back tomorrow. And we might do a 2-part day tomorrow. So, Night Mander, Night Azure. So maybe in the morning, I will do the investigation. And then in the evening, we'll do the case. We could do that. We could potentially do that. Follow Twitter. I'll announce shit on there. But let's go raid Ken, all right? See you tomorrow, guys.